All right, starting a helicopter might seem complicated, but that's why we have checklists. Back in the day, these checklists used to be on paper, but thanks to modern technology, you've got an iPad. So let's just go through the process and get this thing started. Weight and balance, yes, I did do that. Passengers brief, no. I don't have any passengers, so I don't have to brief them. Seatbelt secure, yes, because you don't want seatbelts, flapping, if the door flies open or something like that. Yes, that's a thing that happens. Flight controls, free and correct. Forward with the cyclic, all around. Checking the tail rotor. Throttle up and down, along with the collective. Watching the blades as they move around. Yep, everything looks good. Collective full down, friction on. Fuel shutoff valve pushed in. Rotor clutch disengaged. That's this lever down here. Circuit breakers in. Mags to both. Master alternator on. Anti-collision. Check, check, check. All right. Ignition. Trim on. Radio master is on. Should be off, but it's on so you can hear me. Lamp test. Here's the clutch disengage and the overboost check light. Altimeter set to 60. That's where we are in Long Beach, 60 feet above sea level. Clock. Match the red hands, which is helpful for knowing how much fuel you used. You can use kind of an average consumption rate per hour. This Enstrom goes about 15 to 16 gallons an hour. So if I've flown an hour, I know I've used about 15 to 16 gallons. All right, collective full down, throttle open, mixture in, boost pump, 1, 2, 3. We're just looking for a little rise right here. There we go. Mixture out, throttle just barely cracked. Now we're going to start it up, wait for it to turn over, and once it does, then we'll go full rich in the mixture. Boost it, out, there we go. Boost pump on. Sounds like chitty chitty bang bang when she gets going. There we go. So mixture is full in, and then we're looking to set this at about 1500 RPM on the engine. Engine tack is the one on the outside. Rotor tack is the one on the inside. Get that rolling along at 15, and then we're also looking for oil pressure and amps. Make sure that the battery's charging and that we've got oil pressure. All right, yeah, mixture full rich. So moving on to the next one. Radio master on, headsets on, transponder to altitude for mode C, radio on. Annoying static, active. That'll go away just a moment here once it cycles up.
Make right base for runway 25 right.
There we go, that's 119.4. It's frequency here in Long Beach. We're going to pull up the ATIS to get some weather information. Once this goes through its startup sequence. Waiting for weather information.
Weather information, Juliet.
Juliet.
1553 Zulu. Wind 1903. Visibility 10. Ceiling 2,200. Overcast.
Yes, it is overcast.
192.14.
Altimeter.
Altimeter 3000.
3000.
Left runway 30 approaching use. Runway 30, runway 25 left, runway 25 right in use. Tower frequency 119.4.
All right.
All departing aircraft, contact clearance.
Cool. So we're going to contact the tower on 119.4 for our departure here. All right, steady along at 1500. So now we're going to engage the clutch. Pedal centered. Slowly lift this handle right here. And we're going to watch this RPM gauge rise. And once it gets to 1,000, then I can fully engage it. So you'll hear some like unsettling squeaking noises, perhaps. Engine RPM will dip a little bit. Squeak, 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 squeak.
7-1, correct, proceed direct, the numbers runway 25 right, clear to land.
There we go. Fully engaged, gentle up. And then if this lays flat, we know that the clutch is fully engaged.
But it's coming in very weak.
Good, and now we'll pull this up to 1800 and let the cylinder head temp warm up to 200.
Thank you.
One fun thing about the Enstrom is that I'll wave to this guy, let him know he can go by if he wants. All right, guess he's just going to hang out there. The Enstrom, because there's no centering mechanism for the blades, because they have to advance and retreat as the helicopter's flying in forward flight.
Tower, flight 401, ILS 30.
Sorry, I'm waving to this guy, letting him know it's okay if he wants to go.
Landing 25 right, will precede.
Anyways, so it doesn't have a centering mechanism in the blades for their advancing and retreating, so it does this rocking motion when you're on the ground. So as I start to run it up, if the thing looks like it's rocking like an insane person, that's what that is. Totally normal.
November 530 Hotel, Lama Star, hold chart runway 25 left.
Gonna get the next frequency pulled up. 123.02, that's the general basin frequency that helicopters all communicate on, just to make self-reported statements about where they're located. All right, there's 200, so we bring it up to 2300, looking for 80.
Wind left traffic approved, runway 25 left at Delta, clear for takeoff.
80 on the oil temp, and actually we're already there, so that's looking good.
Good morning, Jet Hotel 07, Long Beach Tower, runway 30.
All right, so now we'll do the mag test. And basically, we're going to bring it up to 2900, which is flight RPM, and go to one mag, the left, right, and then the right mag, and see within 5 seconds if it drops below 125 RPM, and if there's more than a 100-degree rise in the turbo inlet temperature, which is right here. All right, let's see what happens. Bounce, 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 bounce. They're right about 1350. All right. We're also looking for a 50 RPM difference between the right and left mag.
Liberty 9er, X-ray limit 1200.
Clock 1200, Liberty 5.
All right, looking good. And then we roll off the throttle. And we're looking for a split there, so if the engine were to stop, we'd know that the rotor would keep spinning. That's how you glide a helicopter safely to a landing instead of falling from the sky like people think helicopters often do. They don't. I mean, unless you fail to put down collective when the engine stops. All right, boost pump is on. Anti-collision. I'm going to put on landing light because it's a little bit hazy out, just for a little extra visibility. Gauges are green. Friction off. The friction, by the way, only works on the ground, or you only need it on the ground. It holds the collective in the down position, so it doesn't accidentally come up and then, you know, the thing tops over and bad things happen. Area clear. All right, pulling up the ForeFlight app, which is much better than the paper charts I started with when I started flying helicopters. All right. And I have forgotten the ATIS code.
Juliet and Golf, non-movement area. Advise on initial contact. You have Juliet.
Juliet. Okay. So when I call up, I'll say that I have information Juliet, which lets the tower know I have the current weather information. All right, let's pick her up into a hover. And let's get my iPhone charging. Okay.
Liberty 9er, X-ray Lima, you're staying in the center, correct?
Affirmative, Liberty 519er, X-ray Lima.
Liberty 519er, X-ray Lima, roger. In the future, just keep your downwind closer to the field, probably over or north of Signal Hill, runway 25 left, clear for the option.
Yes, sir. Liberty 519
Up
X-ray Lima.
collective. There we go. Clear to the left. Good, stable, and nice hover. Turbo inlet temp is under 1550, which is good. All right.
Good departure, 5 uniform Sierra.
Triple 1207, right on kilo, contact ground, see you.
On kilo, contact ground, 1209, 1207.
Cessna 01 number 2, following the Liberty ahead on downwind, runway 25 left, cleared for the option.
Number 2, follow Liberty 25 left, clear for option, 0
Long Beach Tower, helicopter 90285, air flight, request North Downey departure with Juliet.
Number 90285, Long Beach Tower, North Downey approved, departure from air flight will be at your own risk.
Departure at my risk, North Downey approved, 9285. All right, let's get rolling. So gentle forward. Gain a little speed, pull a little collective, a little bit of power. There's effective translational lift, which is a concept you can look up. I'm not going to explain it now, but it makes the helicopter fly more efficiently, and here we go.
Long Beach Tower, helicopter 346 Victor Hotel at Aeroplex, request pad assignment information, Juliet.
Helicopter 346 Victor Hotel, Long Beach Tower, departure from Airplex, be at your own risk, pad 1, 2, 3, or 4, clear to land.
Pad 2, clear to land, helicopter 6 Victor Hotel.
There we go. Beautiful day. A little hazy, but in a good way. And that is how you get a helicopter up and running, or at least the Enstrom 280CI fly up and running and depart the airport.
Cessna 6111, Quebec, Long Beach Tower, right traffic approved, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
25 right, clear for takeoff, runway 25 right, number 6111, Quebec.
Oh boy.